And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we begin this September 11th.
A somber
Come
day.
over just a little closer there to me there, Odie, so we can see all of you there. There you are. There you are.
It's a somber day in America's history.
23 years ago today, was it not?
It was. Very sad day for not just New York, but for all of the United States.
We'll talk a lot about that. We got Kirby in. He'll tell us a little bit about what he thinks, what he went through. He was there. A lot of us have friends that work in other police departments all across the USA. It's really closer than you realize of these big events because you know somebody was either on a plane, and it affected each and every one of us as Americans, how we react and where we are today. Yeah. Never did I think that we would forget. And we've just about gotten to that point to where they took it down off the TV screens to where you would forget a narrative. Maybe I don't know, but
we may remember something happened, but it's like we forgot who did this to us.
Well, Darryl Worley, have you forgotten? Boy, that sure rings true.
Yep.
And at the time when he released that, I was thinking, well, but now it's 100% true, everything that he said in that song. We lost a lot of American lives, and they would love to do that again. Y'all all know that. As we move forth in American history. Sad day. I'm sure, and I haven't officially seen it in writing, aren't flags flown at half-staff today?
They will be for part of it.
For part of today?
Yes.
So
They'll do it for half-staff till noon, then from there it goes back up to full staff.
okay, and I'm sure, and you may know more about this, Kirby, than I do, that there are ceremonies throughout the U.S. today to commemorate.
Look at there, you did say it.
Boy, that was a tough one. I had to stumble to get that word out.
He didn't have to roll his R's.
Rosanna, Dana. I'm working on it. Don't act like y'all don't remember what I'm talking about.
I do.
I'll go back and watch Hee Haw and learn how he used to do the news.
Gilda Radner was her name.
She not funny.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
And then Jane Curtin.
Jane Curtin
was hilarious.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Now, you know y'all are going to hurt people's feelings if you make them go back and watch that kind of stuff. They'll have to go to their safe space.
Well, that stuff's a lot better than what they showing these days.
You're exactly right.
Different,
100%.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yep.
America, to where, we always joke about, well, back in the old days, like your Dick Van Dyke shows, and even through the 70s, everybody stayed in different beds, everything. There was humor, there was a line. I don't think there is a line anymore.
I don't think there's a line anymore.
Which you can get away with.
They start the show off in bed with each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's terrible. But that's okay. Sit your kids in front of it so they can watch what's going on TV now.
Hey, it's a lot of babysitting.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's where it's gone there.
That's where it used to be. Babysitter was the TV.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day.
Now, don't worry. We're going to get into here in just a moment and talk about what's happening with the hurricane. That is top of mind awareness today as we move into this September 11th.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a rundown, go back over this in just a moment to look at all of this. As always, weather frightens a lot of people, but don't worry. We'll be here to walk you through that calmly, let you know where the storm is in relation to where you live. Walk you through this. We're expecting a lot of rain, winds of anywhere from 35 to 45 miles an hour for the Meridian area. Hattiesburg, Natchez area is going to be the worst of the wind area. This will come into Mississippi, and we'll show you on a map. I won't just point. I'll show you on a map where to make a little bit more sense there. Birthdays are starting to trickle in.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're going to talk about that debate, and I can tell Arnold watched last night with Run Spot Run. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Mexico. Let's see here. What else we got? Expect today, we're starting it out right now at 72 is where we are. The threat really does not roll in until later tonight. 10 p.m.-ish is when we will start getting the effects of it. Now, other portions of Mississippi will get this earlier as it makes landshore late this afternoon. It should be 3-ish, give or take, and you've got to remember with these hurricanes, it's only moving along this morning at 10 miles an hour. It could speed up, it could slow down. At this point, we think it's going to be a level 2 category at 98 miles an hour, slamming in with wind gusts of 121 miles an hour. That could increase. You never know, it could decrease. 10 miles an hour, that's slow, and it's just...
Yeah.
So it will take to about 10 p.m. to reach our area, roughly. And it will be a threat until about 7 a.m., which means it would be some issues going to work in the morning. The only school that we know of that has had any change is going to be the Quitman School District, where they'll start dismissing later today around noon. It's a little early. I don't believe we'll have any other schools do that. I think they want to make sure that they stay in school to get that credit. And then tomorrow will be the big question as we start getting the information from other schools as to what's going on with that.
We'll sit down. We've got another weather briefing at 12 today, and we'll sit down like we always do with Lauderdale County Schools, be in contact with Meridian Public Schools, and we'll see where we go from there and let them make a decision that's best for everyone. So I'm sure that's coming. Could be later on today. It could be early in the morning, but we will be staying on top of this weather and getting that out. And I want to touch base real quick on what you said earlier about shelters. We do not have any shelters for evacuees. If something happens here locally, we do have areas that we will set up a shelter for our local people. If that was something that was needed. But we do not have a shelter that's set up to receive evacuees in.
And a lot of times churches will take people in and work with that. So we'll update you as that comes along. But as far as welcoming other people from other town, we don't have. It's a lot involved in that. This area is just not equipped for it. The Mississippi Gulf Coast is. Totally different ball game there. They're used to this. They have it all the time and prepare for it. Once every 20 years or so, we have something come along that we have to start paying attention to.
It's hard to go to the taxpayers and say I need a couple $100,000 a year every year for something that we might not use but once every 10.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
On the way, Scotty, Ray, and Odie. And, of course, Kirby is next with us as we'll find out why he's in this morning.
I'm here to talk about Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. It's up and coming.
Thing.
We'll be
coming
right back.
November.
Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisTrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
And welcome. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Let's touch first as we get this morning going on about the hurricane and what is happening with this. And then Kirby will join us. Let's look at where the rain is right now. As we go to radar this morning, let's pull this up where you can see here's Honda Meridian radar. We watch this. Here's the system here getting near Houma. Look at that rain that is out there. Right now, as we look at the state of Mississippi, not a lot happening. Showers around Hattiesburg, some thunderstorms there at Natchez. As we move north, here's Kosciuszko up here. Look at that. North of there, we've got a few. Now, let's look at Mr. Nasty. Let's turn it on and see what she's going to be doing later today. Here she comes this morning. Again, this is at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Here's the shoreline. So we're looking at 1. This could be 3 to 4 o'clock, maybe a little later, making landfall. As we get right here at the state line, as you get near, this is still going to have 58 mile an hour winds right here at the Mississippi line. Here's Hammond, Louisiana, as it goes through there, 58 mile an hour lines. This is Macomb, Mississippi. As it enters Mississippi, it's going to go just west of the city limits of Macomb. Here's Summit, and it will cross I-55, go east to Brookhaven, and follow this due north past Crystal Springs into Jackson, Mississippi. Now, I-55, where it meets Highway 49. Let's zoom in on this. And this is the I that we're tracking here. Here's 51, here's 55, right there. Here's Highway 80. As we move in, there's 49. That's where she's coming in there. Here's Richland, this area right here. Pearl, Mississippi. Last night, before that last update, this is the difference that it has made. It was crossing about right here last night in between Pearl and Brandon. It has moved west. What is that? Maybe a couple of miles due west?
Yeah, probably
about
10 miles or so.
Over to
5, 10
I-55.
miles.
As we look at that, it will travel due north past there. Here's Ridgeland. It'll stay west of there and cross the 220. If you've ever traveled Interstate 220 there in Jackson, it'll cross that and then due north. Look at this as it comes. Here's Yazoo. Still, as it gets near Yazoo City, and this is going to be Thursday, tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, it still has winds of 35 miles an hour with wind gusts of 46 miles an hour. It will move north and go just west of Grenada and then turn. Originally last night, it was going dead center of Collierville. It's going to be west of there into Arkansas now. Take a little twist there and go due north there. Jonesboro, Arkansas is in that loop as well. Tornadic activity, let's look at, and I mentioned this, Odie. If we'll notice here, most of the spaghetti models are saying still Jackson. Yeah. Could it move a little east? It could, but I'm seeing more consistency now with these models of saying that Jackson, Mississippi is where it is going. So I would bet my dollar bills on Jackson instead of it moving really any further east at this point because we are so close to landfall.
Yeah, she got to a hurricane status last night, and that's what I'm looking at is now that she's starting to develop, and she hadn't fully developed. She's not a great looking storm. But she is that hurricane status and now sitting at 10 miles an hour over the warm waters of the Gulf. We're going to continue to watch this throughout today. But we're on the east side of that storm, and that's what we've got to pay attention to is we're on the side that's going to get the damage. Now, one good thing is, and you have up on the screen now, is the cone. That cone has shrunk, and it did incorporate Meridian into that.
Yeah, it's basically the same
County.
path, but it has moved west.
Yep.
As we look at this, now let's talk about tornadic activities. As I mentioned before about tornadoes when it comes to hurricanes, they form quick and can strike. This brown area here that stretches from Baton Rouge over to Destin to Panama City up to Wayne County is more of a probability of whether tornadic activity could occur later today and into tonight. All the way up to here just north of Lauderdale, as you'll look at this, let's turn on our locations, is in this area of a level 1 threat for tornadic activity. This will actually go up to into Kemper County, up to the coal plant, and right there at Blackwater Baptist Church, Highway 45, just shy of Endendale. But all of Lauderdale County will be included in this. Lisbon, Butler, Alabama, all the way back over to Morton. Pelahatchie is included in this tornadic activity that could be occurring later today. Now, this makes a drastic change tomorrow. Let me show you here what will happen. To our east, it will get worse tomorrow. Let's turn on day 2. Meridian just barely getting in this threat area here for tornadic activity, including scuba tomorrow. This will start at Tumsuba, go down the eastern side of Lauderdale County, taking in Ricky Bobby's palace out there. Why Not Motorsports Park is included in tornadic activity. And due east, as you get to Uniontown, Alabama, where that four-way stop is, and you're sitting there, there's that, you can take the left or the right. That's where the ultimate weather will pick up tomorrow with a level 2 of tornadic activity from Birmingham, Hoover, over to Columbus, Georgia. Auburn will be in this. Montgomery down to Dothan, Enterprise area, Chattahoochee, Destin, Panama City, and even Apalachicola, Florida will be involved in level 2. That's that east side of the storm tomorrow to where tornadic activity can spin off. It will be worse tomorrow for tornadoes east of us in East Mississippi and to the Alabama area. This is something that we do not want to take lightly at all, do we, Odie?
No, not at all. And be prepared. We go by, just stay prepared the whole time. Not just when the storm comes, but remain prepared throughout the year.
Well, as you talk about this, what do we need today? If you're sitting here watching this, you go, all right, I need to have this stuff ready in case power goes out. Because it's going to be power outages, is it not?
We're going to see power going out. Go ahead, if you've got 2 bathtubs, go ahead and fill one of them up with water. You may need some extra water for hygiene purposes. You do need some drinking water. You need some non-perishable food. If you've got a lot of stuff in your freezer, now would be a good time to cook it if power goes out.
Didn't think about that.
And once you cook your food, you're not worried about it spoiling as fast. But one of the big things is your yard. Make sure that your yard is storm ready. Your furniture that's outside, anything that's loose that can blow around, you want to make sure that that's inside a garage or tied down. You don't want these types of items flying around, hitting your home or a neighbor's home. A trampoline, if you've got a trampoline, turn that dude upside down. Let it sit outside where the wind cannot pick it up as easy. Make sure that you've got records of your insurance, your birth certificates, your insurance for you and your home. Make sure that you've got your prescription medications all ready. Make sure your family knows where your safe space is. Make sure that you've got you touched on this, batteries. All your phones are charged. Keep up with what's going on in our area at all times with the weather. Don't sit back and say this is not going to hit us. Be prepared that we're going to get some storms out of this. Being prepared is the key. And that's something that we need to worry about are our pets.
Oh, yeah.
We don't think about our pets all the time, but if you've got an outside dog, bring that dog inside. You wouldn't want to sit outside on a chain in a little bitty house while a storm's going through, and your dog doesn't either. Check on your neighbors, especially if you have an elderly neighbor. Go ask them to come to your home with you.
Batteries?
Batteries.
About batteries?
Look, you go down to one of these stores, and just about every store's got them. But you can get these extra battery banks that you can plug your phones into and everything else. And get some of those. They are fairly inexpensive. And get 2 or 3 of those and keep those charged that you can have power on your phone when it goes out. Make sure that everybody in the family knows what your plans are.
Now, I had a question just a moment ago about Marion County, Mississippi. Let me pull this up and show you this. Here's Hattiesburg, Columbia. This area right here is going to be Marion County, Mississippi. And you are in the path of this storm as we look at this. It stretches. Here's the center at Macomb. It goes due east and takes into Columbia right here. Here's Highway 98. Let's just look at that. That's going to go over to Ennan, Mississippi, if I pronounce that correctly. Right through there. That's where it's coming. So this is part of the storm on the eastern side, and it will be pretty rough through there, as it will be in Purvis and Hattiesburg and these areas over to the Alabama line. But y'all are in the cone. And again, this is a smaller cone. This thing did not widen out. It has shrunk in intensity and width for whatever reason. That's what's gone on there. So that we'll help that up.
Bob brought up a good point, and that's if everybody's going to use your portable generators. If you've got the Generac that's permanently wired to your home, that's fine. It's already got the backfeed preventer. But if you're going to roll your generator out and hook it up to your power box, by law, you must have a backfeed preventer from keeping that electricity from backfeeding back to the lines, because the power's out and our linemen are out working on this. Once that power goes back to the transformer and then exits the transformer back down the main line, it's at high energy. It's not at your 110 anymore. It's at high energy. And you can hurt someone, if not worse, by allowing that to happen. So if you use your generators, number one, use it outside. Do not have the exhaust inside your home. Cut the engine off, let it cool before you refuel it, and make sure that you're using it in a safe way, that you're not going to backfeed that power out to the power lines where our crews will be working.
And remember, these guys, EMEPA, will be extremely busy over the next 48 to 72 hours, maybe even longer, as we don't know how much. And if we don't have much damage here, as always, they volunteer and they go south to help the areas that are damaged. So and again, it will be power outages. It's just going to happen for Mississippi Power. All of our areas that are west of here, all of these other different power companies will also have this. So we'll be tracking with that. And we ain't forgot about Kirby over there. We're going to let him talk in a minute.
Yeah, and that you don't have to call your power company. Everything now is magically done.
They know.
They know just like that there's power out.
It's kind of like Santa Claus. They know who's naughty or nice, even if you don't pay your bill.
Got that right. We work close with Mississippi Power and EMEPA, so we'll definitely know what's going on.
MRJ is a no.
MRJ.
Yep.
I don't know what that means. MRJ.
I'm slow.
Is that what?
Michael Ray Johnston
Oh, is a no.
is a no.
Okay. Well, we won't bring that up.
Canceled due to weather.
Yeah. MRJ. Boom. See?
He didn't take his Wheaties today.
I didn't take my Wheaties this morning.
Y'all lost me.
Yeah, we thought we had something going on. Inverters are great. Yes.
We'll be right back with more weather coverage as we start our day. And, Kirby. When it's time to store something, think Store Local Storage. It's conveniently located next to Northeast Park, and it's gated. On top of that, it's climate control, so no matter the season, it'll protect your things. 24-hour security, a covered loading dock, fire sprinklers, and you can choose the storage unit that suits your needs. From a 5x5 all the way up to a 10x30, you choose the space that you need. Call Store Local Storage today at 601-490-1618, Highway 39 North, Meridian. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun & Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have two locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
And welcome back to Scotty, Ray, and Odie as we begin this day. I got pointed out while we were on break of, if you want one of these, Al's Garden Gift has it to where if you've got a lamp, you know, the bulb that you screw in, it charges, and if you lose power, it still lights up.
Yeah.
Those are the neatest little dude, and you can take it out and use it as a light if you want
As
to
an
and ride it
actual
around.
flashlight type thing.
Yeah.
Run around
Yes.
like Odie was saying, this little light of mine.
Yeah,
You know,
I
you
know
can-
that.
you-
I
can-
usually hold it over my head.
That's what I was thinking. What was on Monsters? What was his name? Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester.
You know, he could stick that light bulb in his mouth.
Hey, man, there you go.
What is the VFW doing? What are y'all the first thing that y'all got
The
going?
VFW is planning its Veterans Day, not only parade, but also the ceremony. And so we're trying to make sure that we take care of the things that we need to take care of. Of course, the ceremony is going to be in front of the Doughboy Monument as usual.
What day is that coming
It's
up?
going to be November 11th. It's going to
That'll
be on
be
a
here before we
Monday.
know it.
It's a Monday, November 11th. It's not far from now, just 2 months. And, you know, now there's a difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Memorial Day, which is in the last day of May usually, in May we honor those that have given their lives for our safety, basically. And they died in combat. And so that's Memorial Day. On Veterans Day, we celebrate everyone who has been a veteran, and that's what Veterans Day is. It's a celebration. It's not a mourning. It's not a somber day. Yes, we're talking about all of them. That includes those that passed on, but and those that died in combat. But those that died in combat have their own day.
Correct.
And so I'm not trying to take away from that. I don't want anyone to think that I am. But Veterans Day is a celebration day. We're honoring those who have gone and put their life on the line for our safety here in the United States. And so it's a wonderful day. We'd like to see people show up for the ceremony. The ceremony will start at 10:30, so please arrive early. It'll be right there in front of the Doughboy Monument, which is right across the street from Meridian City Hall. It's going to be a good, wonderful ceremony. We've got Commodore coming out, not the Commodores.
You know, I was just fixing to say she's once, twice, three times.
I knew that was coming, but no, it's not going to be that. The Navy base over here is donating this individual, and so the good part is they're coming out, and we'll have our color guard there, and it's going to be a wonderful day. I'm praying for a flyover.
Yeah.
You know, and if we can make that happen, and of course there's always something. After the ceremony, of course, all veterans are invited to a luncheon at the VFW Post 79, which is right there which is on Old 80 West. Just off of 19 there, and we're going to be having hamburger steak, mashed potatoes with green beans and corn and rolls and unsweetened sweet tea, sodas, bottled water, and there'll be an alternate protein in case you don't care to have a hamburger steak. Well, you can have pulled pork and potato salad.
Ooh, there you are.
Lord, my belly just rumbled twice.
And it's free to all veterans. So
That's a good
that's the
thing to come out
Yeah.
and be
now,
a part.
later on that day, starting at 2 o'clock, we'll be lining folks up on 25th Avenue and 9th Street for the Veterans Day Parade. We'd love to have everyone come on out and line the parade route, which everybody knows where the parade route is, going through downtown Meridian there. And the parade starts at 3 o'clock. And once that happens, if you want an application to participate in the parade, of course, it's free. You can call Mr. Ricky Nelson at 601-917-1007. 601-917-1007. That's Mr. Ricky Nelson. Or you could email him at richardnelson5425@hotmail.com.
Oh.
And so we'd really like to have a great turnout, but as always, safety is the key word, and that's for everyone involved, not just the people in the parade, but those lining the parade. Please don't run out in front of vehicles. Please don't run out in front of the police officers who are riding around their motorcycles. They will be doing executing movements, and at the end of the thing is basically for amusement, but the fact is they are busy watching and paying attention to what they're doing. So let's try and make it safe for everybody. If someone throws candy at you, make sure it gets to you. Don't run out there in front of a vehicle to get a dropped piece of candy.
Yeah, we would love to see this parade be bigger and bigger. every year.
Would love to, and we're inviting everybody. We'd really like to see it happen. It's going to be a wonderful thing. On the following, now that's on Monday. On the following Saturday, which just 5 days later, there's going to be a Veteran Celebration motorcycle poker run for all you bikers out there that would like to get out there and help raise some money for. And this is going to be for the Veterans Appreciation Committee. I am the director for the Veterans Appreciation Committee, and my sister, Colleen Marion, of Drifter's Destination, she and I have gotten together to do the Veterans Celebration Motorcycle Poker Run. If you would like to join in on that, all you got to do is meet us at the Moose Saturday morning at, I think it's going to be 10:30. Yes, registration at 10:30 to 11:30. Kickstands up at 12. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's $20 a hand regardless. You don't even have to ride in if you don't want to. We'll take donations. Or you can do the hand right there at the Moose and don't have to go anywhere at all. So it'd be great.
You got any breath left in you? Over
Yeah, I do.
I'm telling you, he was a drill instructor
Well,
for the Marine Corps.
I could yell. I don't need this dadgum thing in my face.
We got
He make you pucker up sometimes
You know.
too.
But, one thing that we do have coming up, PDK is going to be doing a chili cook-off, and they always donate to charities in the area. Tasting for that will be starting at 12 o'clock. There's $5 for being able to do the tasting. I'm here to tell you, you're going to get an awful lot for that, and it's amazing. And
where do y'all hold that at?
At the PDK, that's going to be on PDK Drive. Phi Delta Kappa Drive.
Okay, for the rest of us, don't know where that is. Where
Okay,
is it?
well, if you turn, however way you go, if you go north on 65th Avenue, turn left on PDK right there before you go past either Slay Steel or whatever steel that is.
Yeah, that's it.
I never
Well,
can
it
remember.
used to be structural steel.
Structural steel. That's
steel
it right
plant
there. You
number
turn
3.
left right there before that, and you go down what looks like a really lonely road. But
Yeah.
it's just to the left, only about a football field and a half.
I didn't know that road existed until now.
Really?
I think it used to be called Tommy Webb Drive at one time.
I believe it was.
And,
Yep.
I can't really remember. All I know, it was really dark when I was patrolling the streets.
Well, there ain't
back
a whole
there.
lot down there except you come around that little corner at the end. And
Yep,
there's PDK.
Well, you got, at the very end is they got the lighthouse for the blind,
Yeah.
and then they had the freight place where they pick up stuff and drop off stuff, 18-wheelers and all. So it was different. We run down there and find people doing all kinds of unimaginable things, and we tried to keep that cleaned up. And so-
Yeah, Slay Steel is on 80. That's over
Yeah.
here. We're on 65th.
Right,
by
65th.
Structural Steel
That's
Services
Structural
Plant
Steel.
3.
Okay, I never get that. They both start with an S.
Yeah.
So it kind of.
More coming up with Kirby in just a moment. I wanted to show y'all what's going on right now in downtown Decatur, Mississippi, the red light. They do this every year, and they do such a wonderful job with that.
Oh,
And he has not commented on here today, but he comments every single day. He watches this show with us. But that is Austin Cunningham in Decatur, and every single year he does this in honor of our fallen brothers because of 9/11 in New York.
That's
That
touching.
is awesome. Thank you so much, Austin, for
Absolutely.
what you do.
See, I'll blow the horn at him.
Very awesome.
As you pass by him this morning. Again, that's downtown Decatur, Mississippi.
That reminds me of the big motorcycle run, the Run for the Wall.
Yeah.
They got
Oh,
this
man.
Marine that stands right there as everyone goes by, and he stands there in a salute the entire time. It's just amazing. And
That
there's
you can
on-
stand that long. That's a long line of
well,
motorcycles.
the thing about it is, not like that he's got a lot of people joining him, and he does it on his own. He doesn't get paid for doing that. He's in full dress blues, Marine dress blue uniform, And he's out there doing that at his own time. And the good part is people are now starting to, they'll drop him off water and stuff like that.
Right. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
More coming up with Scotty, Ray, and Odie as we begin this morning. We'll be right back.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your local authorized dealer for all your Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, and Suzuki side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and motorcycles. And we service everything we sell. And for you do-it-yourselfers, we have a very knowledgeable parts department to help you with all your needs. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or call at 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
And welcome back. Y'all have to help me here as we go back to 1847. It's been around a while.
Odie, did you bring his walker?
I was a kid, and I remember hearing this. Do y'all remember the words to "Oh Susanna"?
And don't you cry for me.
I've been
To Alabama with a banjo on my knee.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that's it.
He was born today. Stephen Foster.
Stephen Foster.
Susanna.
Happy dang.
That's been quite a spell ago. I remember as a kid, we went somewhere and went through a museum, and I guess maybe he was from there. It's been moons ago, but I do remember that. Oh, you are my sunshine. I remember watching this on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, yeah. That was
sunshine,
my only sunshine.
As we remember, Governor Jimmy Davis, born on this date back in 1899, he served several terms as governor of Louisiana and wrote that.
You're kidding.
Just a standard when it came to radio back in the old days. Everybody loved that song. It was it. You let's go back to Rambo.
Not Rambo.
Rambo, you not expendable. I remember that line.
I'm coming for you.
She may not have said anything else, but that's who I'm talking about. You remember her? Julia
yeah.
Nicholson was born today in 1958. She was the girl that gave it. We put that around his neck.
Yeah, she
after
put that
was-
around his neck.
Yeah. Rambo.
Yeah.
One of our all-time movies.
Condominiums. I never use them.
That's Rambo. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Christy McNichol.
Yeah.
And she was born in. We got a typo at the top, but this was Christina Nicholson. And she was. What movies was she in? She was big in the
Trying to
70s.
think,
She
but
was,
in
yeah.
a lot of them.
But
She
again,
was.
forget that at the top. Her real name there is Christina McNicholson. She was in a bunch of shows. Seemed like she was on the 8 is Enough as a guest one time. She was on the cover of Teen Beat.
She was a kid on a TV show.
Seems like it.
I thought that was a regular. I just can't remember right now.
I'm thinking she had her own show or
Yeah.
was a star on a.
Yeah, she was a star on
show,
like
yeah.
a show, that family show. I just can't remember.
Anybody remember watching Animal House?
Oh yeah,
Did you
Belushi.
watch Caddyshack?
Caddyshack, love Caddyshack.
All right, this girl has a birthday, and she was in both of those. She was the clerk in Animal House at the grocery store, and then she was also the on the golf course.
Oh, she was the golf course girl. Yeah.
Harry Connick. That's not right either, but that's her. She had
Yeah,
a
there
birthday
she
today.
was she was the little waitress in the snack stand.
Yeah, sure was. She has a birthday today.
And she was using an Irish accent or Scottish
8 is
accent.
enough.
Right, and here's Harry's birthday. He was actually born today also there.
I'd be dang.
I made a boo-boo there on that one there. It was 1967 also that this show would begin. Some of it was funny. Some of it was, well, that got old after a while.
And I can't remember. She did that to
To
honor
her
a
mother.
particular. Was it her mother?
I think it was her mama.
It would be weird.
Carol Burnett show. Y'all
Carol
remember
Burnett.
that? Now,
She had a
something
thing for old Jimmy Stewart.
she did.
And when I say a thing, she really saw him as a mentor and all that stuff.
he was.
And he never, ever showed up on her show, ever, until the very last one. And Tim Conway comes out there to tell her, we've had this piano player in the background all these times. You've never shown him on TV. If you just let me show you who it is so we can honor him. He rolls back the curtain. There's Jimmy Stewart at the piano. And she just about lost it.
But and so many people don't realize, as you bring him up, of his status.
Oh,
He was a movie star.
Yeah.
But he was also a general.
Absolutely.
A mentor.
Yeah.
A man among men.
Absolutely, Jimmy Stewart.
You could start today and practice until next week, and even Hillary's people couldn't dig up anything bad on this man.
No.
He was just that good. I respect him.
Yeah,
1970, Kirby. I'm sure you dated somebody. You may have had one of these. It was 1970.
A date in 1970?
It might blow up.
It was
if you hit
used.
just right.
It was used, but
Yeah.
well, a 1970 Pinto.
I
Rolled off
have
the
ridden
ceiling.
in the back seat of one. I will
What
tell
was-
you that.
Charlie's Angels tried to sell those, if you
Yeah.
remember, by
Yeah,
having
yeah.
Bree with the short hair drive one.
Yeah.
Look at Turnbow wants to know what you doing up so early.
Well, someone had to make sure he made it home. It's that was me. I stayed up to watch the boy make it home.
1971, this guy would have other hits, but nothing that even compared to this, because it would start, and it was such a strong voice that would come out with "Easy Lovin'."
Goodness
So,
gracious, Freddie Hart.
Freddie Hart.
Has a birthday. Well, actually, that was it there. Number one today. It wasn't his birthday. It was number one with that song. I got off track, didn't I? Johnny
Won't be the
Rodriguez.
first time.
No,
He did steal a goat one time.
Johnny Rodriguez.
Is he from Quitman or
He's-
Clark County?
He did take his neighbor out that he thought was breaking in. He just, he forgot to tell him, I'm just coming over to visit. He thought it was a burglar. Yeah, he got arrested and was later released for that. And they dropped all charges against him. They said it was self-defense.
I'll be
He had a
damned.
number one today. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. That was by far Johnny's and Ride My Thumb to Mexico.
Yeah.
Were his big hits that he has. This would change. This is where we really say that America has gone. This show, when it came out, really taught family values to everybody. His name was Charles Ingalls, better known as Paul. And Paul always had a lesson for the entire family and everybody that watched the show.
Well, he died a young man.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Highway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Even the little Joe was a good character.
Yeah, pretty good character.
If little Joe got in a scrap in the streets of Virginia City, it was because somebody had done wrong.
That's right.
Again, a good guy. We like him a whole bunch. Shake, shake, shake.
Shake your booty.
Booty.
Oh goodness! Can you say that on radio?
We just did.
Well, the two of you shouldn't do that.
Are you trying to say we can't sing? I think he is running down.
I
I'm
do
singing
too.
about shake, shake, shake.
I think we need to go to that karaoke.
Well, we got karaoke. That since you won't mention that, we got karaoke Friday night at the VFW Post 79.
Odie, I'm sitting him
And
down.
Y'all
y'all
come
need to
out
come
there.
see me.
We'll
It'll start at 6 o'clock. No membership fee. No cover charge. Nothing. Come on in. Enjoy yourself. And Odie, don't bring a friend. Everybody else can, but not Odie.
I'm not going to sing either.
I-
so
He's
it'll
going to be
a
doing
good
the,
night.
the Oak Ridge Boys. Come on in.
Oh, I
Maybe
wish
take your coat off.
That's
Come on
right.
in.
That's right.
I didn't own one of these.
I did, and
We
I wish
didn't.
I had it.
I didn't know what an electronic game was until Dylan was about 5, and he had that the duck game.
Oh, but that dog
yeah.
would laugh at you.
Yeah.
1977, this came to be the Atari
The
system.
Atari system.
Oh man, that's where you used to have to blow in the cartridge to get it to work. You had a joystick and a button. My thumb would be so tore
You've been
up.
doing that all your life, hadn't you?
Yeah,
That's how he starts his car.
that's exactly right.
He can't start his car before blowing in the tube.
1980, this would come along. And I often wonder when I look at this album cover, because I remember mowing grass to buy it. As a kid, I was 8, 9 years old. Listening to Hank Jr. teaching me all the things that I probably shouldn't know at 9 years old. But man, Who remembers this? Ray, what that old girl looks like on the right nowadays?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, rough.
I was thinking rode hard and put up wet.
Yeah, that's the way to
September 11th, 1980, Dixie on My Mind, Hank Jr. But he has met a few squirrels and one porcupine.
That's right.
And all that came about, he played a gig in New York City, and he's sitting there, everybody's rude to him. He's sitting there, he's played his good. I mean, just one after another was rude to him. He went back to the hotel and wrote Dixie on My Mind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how the song came. It's just
dang.
always interesting. Lady Antebellum, who during the wake of the woke movement changed their name to Lady A. This is a guy from, I couldn't identify one song that they sing, but we know they're out there making a lot of money there. Charles Kelly was born on this day in 81. He's a part of that group. It's kind of like, who was that guy that used to sing with Sugarland that stood in the background and he jumped around?
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he didn't matter. He was she's the one that
If you're in the background, you're not noticing.
You're just getting a
You're just
This
there.
guy, though, 1982, he changed his name. He would have 3 names and he would drop it back. Little Pink Houses for Me and You was one
Oh,
of
no
those.
kidding.
He would release the album American Fool. Anybody remember this guy? John Cougar
Mellencamp.
Yep.
Yeah. That was back in the day.
Yeah, that does change that. He had a bunch of songs. Jack and Diane, Hurt So Good. We all remember that. 9 weeks it was at number 1. He was unique and different. I sure liked him. He's out there somewhere today.
Oh, here we go.
Anybody ever gone through a divorce out there that's watching?
Not me.
Sometimes you end up eating bologna, working 2 shifts,
I used
so
to-
that she
You
could be
do that
happy.
while you're
I
married.
used to do
too.
that. Just being married, I did that. That's for sure.
Fried? Oh,
Oh, now
remembers-
fried bologna, and throw
Yes.
some eggs on top of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jerry,
yeah.
she got the gold mine. I
And
got
I
the
got
shaft.
the shaft,
You got it
that's
right down the middle. And, well, she got the bigger half. All sounds kind of funny. It hurts too much to laugh.
I like my house
She
so
got
much
the
I
gold
bought
mine,
it
and
twice.
I got shaft.
That was really and truly a big hit there for Jerry Reed because so many guys identified.
You know
with
what?
it.
Oh, yeah.
Friday, I'm going to sing that song.
Did you
on
gonna do karaoke?
I'm going to do karaoke.
Y'all come
I got
listen
to.
to-
I'm the commander for the VFW post now.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, I ain't got a choice. I got to be there. I tell you.
Oh, man, and we were going to address that in a little bit there, but the 4-year-old little boy that was missing yesterday in the camp here, he has
goodness.
been found, is what we're getting there. Oh, that's so sad. We go back to 1984. Now, this woman was gorgeous, and when she retired. We ain't heard from her since. But she had a huge automobile accident today, and it would hurt her bad. Anybody remember Barbara Mandrell?
Oh,
She was injured in
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It happened today, and that's been so many years ago.
Yeah.
As we go back to, boy, this is scary. If you're traveling out of town on business, stay at your hotel room, mind your own business, eat your
Is
own.
that old?
Yes. Stay away from anybody that winks at you. Jamie Johnson
You
sang
say
about that.
I'll be dang.
Yeah. You're all woman, but she's all lady, is what
Yeah.
he told her. I'm going home. Anybody remember this movie, Fatal Attraction?
Oh, have mercy. Yes.
I can't believe
That'd make the hair on the back of you stand up.
That movie gave me nightmares, and I wasn't even married.
That woman was cuckoo.
Yes, she was. Too.
And don't think that can't happen.
Oh, no. You don't want me to go into.
Yeah, well, I mean, as in somebody
You don't want me to
following-
go into stories about houses I've had to go into.
Oh,
I tell you.
John Anderson had a song that said, "Mama, look what followed me home." She's all alone. I couldn't leave her. Next, he got in all kinds of trouble with that.
You know, actually, you had that backwards. Is what the cat drug in.
Yes. But that was a huge movie there.
Yeah.
And the reason it was so big was we're sure that somewhere in American history that's probably happened.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I didn't
bunch of
realize
times.
this was 87. This guy was such a figure of leading his household, his sons. I don't know that they ever told what happened to his wife in detail. I just don't remember because, well, he had Hopsine to handle things after
That's
that.
right. Sure
We
did.
would lose Lauren Green on this day. He died of pneumonia following heart surgery at the age of 72. Ben
Daggone.
Cartwright.
I didn't know that.
87. Man, I sure liked that show. Y'all remember watching Mr. Carter, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the principal?
Yeah.
I don't remember what his character's name was, but
Yeah, wasn't he like the principal?
that was him.
Yeah.
He died at the age of 68, and he looked older than that there.
Yeah.
John Sylvester White. We just call him John White.
Sylvester, not Celester.
Oh, it is Sylvester. I
Let's
missed
get
the
your
letter.
glasses fixed.
He's got
I
'em.
tell you what.
I couldn't see it.
God almighty.
1993, he would get married again. I think it happened several times. He tried to get rid of a girl named Bonnie Owens, and he couldn't. She just kept standing behind him wanting a paycheck for the rest of his life.
Well, he
That's what you
stole her.
get. That's what you get for stealing Buck Owens' wife.
That's
it.
right. That's right.
You remember Bobby Bear singing?
Yeah.
The winner?
Yeah.
She gets uglier, but I got her, boys. That makes me the winner. There's a lot of truth to that. That makes me the winner. Merle Haggard went back to the altar again in 93, married again. She was bigger than he was. I want everybody to realize that. By about 3 foot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was married to her when he was. It could have been another
Well,
5.
there could have been an advantage to that. So.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah,
Yeah. 1994. This is one of those things. Well, she was
man.
such a lady, and she was so well. She told him what to do. It's Morgan Freeman. He played the part better than anybody. But we would lose Jessica Tandy today.
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Miss Daisy.
That was what a classic that was. And they've done plays and things about that, but no one else could have played that part.
And if
No.
you see a man sitting at
Either
a
one.
stop sign looking confused and he's in the car by himself, most of the time it's in there because his wife's not telling him when to go, when to brake, when to turn.
That's exactly
and
right.
He's trying to get
He's
his
trying to
thoughts
figure out
together.
what it is she would have said.
Yeah, yeah.
Look,
So-
I'm probably the out of the ordinary there. I will ask for directions because I get lost easy.
Well, see now, whether they got Siri or all them other Google
sometimes
Maps.
that don't work out when I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I have learned to just call somebody and go, all right, this is where I'm going. Direct me.
And how do I get
Because
there?
my screen ain't big enough. I can't
No,
look at
officer,
that
he's
little
not
thing.
actually using the phone while
That's right.
driving.
Oh, no, that's hands-free. Speakerphone.
Well, then just use Google Maps and let it talk to you.
Turn
Yeah.
left to there.
It'll tell
Turn
you.
around.
I like that I wouldn't turn there if I were you. I'd keep going.
I'd have kept going. I told you to.
Today is the day that we've been talking about as the world stood still, as Alan
Yes,
Jackson would write a
yes.
song about this.
Absolutely.
The Twin Towers would fall, one of the most so many American lives.
Iconic visible symbols of America right
It
there.
is.
I mean, that's capitalism in its entirety.
Yeah.
And we will never
By the
forget
grace
this.
of God, you know how many people could have been in those two buildings alone?
'Cause it was
50,000 people. You know how many people died? 3,500.
So
Now-
It's been 10 times.
It could have been, oh my God, catastrophic. I
Yeah.
mean, it's bad enough. Then I'm not cutting it down, but the fact is, it could have been, oh my God, so much worse.
And tell me this: I've read on this issue several times since then, to where firefighters and policemen have since then died from. Was it fumes?
Yeah,
What was it?
no,
It's the
the
smoke
dust,
and the-
all taking in all that, every bit of that dust. Can you imagine trying to breathe coming down all them steps because the elevators wasn't working, and then of course. You know, you don't really want to think about put pictures in your mind, but just the idea of what it took to run up them stairs to go after
gear.
people
in full gear.
in full gear and praying that you're going to be able to come back down them stairs, and many didn't.
No, you're right.
And
With
it's
air,
just
and they didn't have air.
absolutely they had no air, and if you're a firefighter, you're the only one that was carrying air on your back.
That's right.
No one else was, and there's no way. And you know how it is if you're underwater, buddy breathing.
Yeah.
You know, you're sharing your reg if you ain't got an extra, which you should. But if you ain't got an extra, you're sharing your reg with your buddy there going back up. Well, the fact of the matter is, you can't do that with too many people as a fireman with your mask.
You can't take it
you
off.
can't take it off and put it on because it's strapped to the back of your head.
Yeah.
So yeah, it made it's
And I remember
just a
seeing,
sad thing.
as you talk about that dust, I remember seeing that to where the pictures were taken as the dust came down the road. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
And just
absolutely.
blanketed things.
Just the people that were there nearby and that him, they had that same
And they're
issue.
getting that cancer with all that dust
Absolutely,
and stuff.
yeah. Asbestos
because
and
of-
everything else.
And because of that, tonight at 6 p.m. we'll start. You might want to get there a little early. But Meridian's not run for the wall,
Stair
but stair
climb.
climb will be at the parking garage
Mm-hmm.
that honors that And if you want to participate in that, join in and go up and down those stairs to mimic that 91 floors.
Back in 2003, this is probably not going to shock anybody because he lived the life that he portrayed. I guess you could say Cheech and Chong, and we're going to talk about Chong now. Tommy Chong, back in 03, he got sentenced to 9 months in prison. Guess why?
Yeah. It has something to do.
Parking violation.
It was.
He went on to jail. We thought we'd use this picture from Three's Company. Anybody remember John Ritter? It was
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
03 that
Died a
he passed
young
away.
man. Yes.
21 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, he died a young man.
Wow. Just hard to believe. I don't know if you remember watching The Golden Girls. You may have.
Oh, yeah.
What was her name that wanted to date everybody that was on? Rue?
Yeah.
Blanche.
Yeah, Blanche.
Blanche. He dated her probably also, but Harold Gould passed away. He was a regular on the show.
He was hilarious.
Dated Betty
Harold
White.
Gould. Oh,
But
my
he was in
God.
so many other movies. But that face, I'm sure that as you look at that, you go, "Oh yeah, I know that guy."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The Sting. Was
Rue
that not
McCallaghan.
a good show?
I think it was
or
like, I
movie?
think her name was Rue McCallaghan or something like that.
I believe
She
that
was
her
hilarious.
name. Yeah.
She was hilarious. Oh, my.
This next guy, I know his face, and I know I've seen him in a lot of other movies. His name is Kevin McCarthy. He passed away. You remember that face? He's been in a lot of movies out there. Body Snatchers, Death of a Salesman.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
96 when he passed away in 2010.
Man, what a lucky guy.
I know his face there. Irma came ashore back in 17. Y'all remember her?
Absolutely.
There's been so
Absolutely.
many of those that I lose track of all of our hurricanes that happen. That's a rundown of those. We'll be right back with more information on the way with the Scotty Ray Report.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Last night we had a accident, Highway 45 bypass, where Highway 19 meets. As we would be there, is a pick-em-up truck overturned last night, ejecting one person. They were rushed to a local hospital for medical care. We don't know how they are after they got there, but good enough to be taken to the hospital. So we wish them a full recovery.
Absolutely.
And how that turns out. We also had a structure fire last night, and we got an issue with that.
Uh-oh.
Not an issue.
Yeah. That was Meridian Fire Department responded to 1200 block of 20th Street. No injuries were reported or anything, but thank you for Meridian Fire Department responding to that. And they were Johnny on the spot and pretty quick getting that house extinguished.
I bet I didn't get this fixed. Oh, yeah, I did.
Well,
It come
look
back.
up there, and that's pretty doggone good.
Yeah, I had one of them boo-boos there. It just went whoop and went out.
Yeah, but that's all right. We made it through.
As we look at some other things that went on overnight, let's see here. They had the big convention watch last night, the debate watch, as we go there to News Restaurant. That went on last night. Everybody was gathered.
Is that your
watching
very
what
own
went on.
cameraman in the back?
Yeah, there's Rob back there.
Yeah.
He's watching everything. A big crowd. They enjoyed themselves. Oh, there's Cassie.
Look at that beside Jeff.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at there.
But that happened last night as we went out to venture that, and I looked for a Democrat watch party, and I couldn't find one. There may have been one, but I don't know where.
Nobody turned it in.
Correct. No one let us know. We had a horrible accident last night in Newton County. We have one person that is deceased this morning from this accident. One person flown to the hospital. We don't know their condition as of this morning. As we go, this would be on Highway 15. The volunteer fire department, everybody showed up. It was in the 11,000 block of Highway 15. That's going to be south of Newton, south of Decatur is where this happened, north of Newton. Mississippi Highway Patrol was on scene. They brought in a helicopter to take the person that survived the accident. I think it was a one-vehicle accident. Condolences to family members. We don't know the relationship between the two people that were in the car at this point, and I don't know ages. It was just one of those things that happened, and we know that there's someone local, so we send condolences to family members and prayers for those of the survivor there who is trying to work all that out.
Touch on that. We've had a couple of people that's asked about the schools. Touch on that because of right now, Quitman is the only school that's going to let out early today. But go on Scotty Ray Report and pull that up, and you'll see a link for school closings or anybody else that decides to close. But local schools around here will probably not make that decision till later on this evening, as more information with the storm about tomorrow will come true. So right now, Quitman is the only one that has made plans to get out early today.
Pre-K will release at 12, elementary at 12:30, high school at 12:45. All cars and everybody will leave about 12:45 and be out of there by 1 o'clock. That's Quitman School District. All that fall under that. Enterprise does not fall under that. I want to point that out. That's a totally different school district, Enterprise School District. So that's what we have when it comes to the schools. Boy, Harold's been busy.
Harold's been running the roads pretty good.
Old Clark, he's been down there delivering people to the jailhouse. as we go to take a look here, we have Dalton Hodgins was arrested for shooting into a dwelling. This gentleman would run to Lauderdale County after doing that. Deputies in Lauderdale County would follow, make the arrest, and Clark County would show up to transport back. Can't be shooting into no dwellings in Clark County.
No, sure can't.
Can't have controlled substances either in Clark County, as Harold points out. That's a big no-no. Can't do that.
No.
You'll get in trouble with that also. And I think Harold had one more person he had to take to the facility yesterday. Yes, he sure did.
Wow.
Harold was busy there. Possession of a stolen firearm. That's a big no-no down there. $10,000 fine, and Judge Bonner passed that sentence on that.
I hope Barry feeds Harold because he's going to need replenishment after yesterday.
He sure will. That's a lot of travel.
That's a lot of travel.
We had a humdinger of an accident out in the southeast area also yesterday afternoon as a rollover happened there. Ooh. This would be in the 2700 block of Highway 19 southeast. I don't think any serious injuries out of that. Did have some, but not life-threatening with that. And it was quite the scene, I'm told.
Yeah.
Man.
Those wrecks are a mess. Now, we had several schools that were threatened yesterday. 3 schools that I'm aware of. As we go over to Morton, the first school was Betty Mae Jack Middle School. A threat was made there. We would have another threat that Nanawaya was also threatened yesterday. As we looked there, that school was. Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene to make sure they secured everything, and they say that they will have increased security for the remainder of the week. So that a major portion. And then there was a Jackson school, also Rankin County, that also had a threat yesterday. So this has been, we've had it in Meridian, we've had it, it's just ongoing. You can't do this. Police will come make arrest on this, and you would think that people will eventually catch on to this and stop that.
Yeah.
We've had a change of scenery and a change of bands, Odie. It's been changed to Scratch Full Moon on Rails.
Full Moon on Rails.
This is going to be coming up Friday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to be right there by Tony's Southern Sportsman underneath the bridge by the Railroad Museum, due to the fact there's some construction going on, and then also the band that was set to play could not make it because they already had a date booked. So you got to do what you got to do.
Fall back.
Well,
Always have a fallback position.
Yeah, you got to have something. And I talked to Greg yesterday, and I think he's he's considering that challenge with that girl about the loser of the This Day in History contest has to dress up as Daisy Duke for the full moon on rails.
I just don't want to see the ending of that one.
Well, somebody says Greg has got to win.
He's got legs.
We got to help Greg out. Yesterday afternoon around 7 o'clock, parents gathered. This is important that parents stick together. Parents gathered at Nanawaya to do a prayer for the kids there at the school as they go each and every day after that threat was made. They did a prayer service yesterday afternoon. That's important, folks. Remember that. Do that whenever you can. Let's see here. What else we had? Don't forget
everybody today would take a minute out and have a prayer for America.
Yes,
absolutely.
Bow your head today.
We don't want to forget about this. If you're missing this little fella here,
that go.
Talking about ham.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ham. That's a big sandwich.
We're unsure if they've made it home just yet, but they were out walking around. I think that is pets.
Oh, yeah, that's one of those pot-bellied pigs. They're supposed to be small.
Yeah.
They don't stay small.
I'm about to say, I don't see a collar around that bad boy.
They can't find one.
I'm not going to lie about this. I got called to Southern Lauderdale County. This was about 4 years ago. A friend of mine says, man, I need you to ride with me. My daughter's got an issue. She had this pet pig that was really cute when it was little. It was when it reached 600 pounds and trying to stay in the house that...
Can't make it through the door.
And we were trying to get the pig out of the house because he didn't want to go. He wanted to stay because he thought he was still 2 pounds.
So you had to help.
We tried to get that pig out. It was kind of like catching a greased pig.
Chainsaw at the door. Yeah, you just cut out the opening.
There's just some things that you'll never forget in life, and that's one of those.
Oh, dang it, boy!
Let's
Crispy
get a
bacon.
refresh here. Radar. I want to get signed back in and show everything that we've got as we look at radar, and then we're going to do some. Matter of fact, do birthdays, and then we'll do a
While you
recap
get that
here.
going, we got us a little list. Melinda Russell's got a birthday. Barbara Snowden, Alicia Prince.
My mother-in-law. Ooh.
Oh
boy.
Yeah,
Barbara Sue.
You better get that up there. Olivia Brown. Barry Deering's having a birthday. Danielle Sullivan. Hannah Lloyd. Barbara Singleton. Sandra Barber. Monica Bradley. Noah Rideout is 6 years old today. Josh Bradley's 24. Francis Embry. Joey Etheridge. And Indy Jane is 4 years old today. So happy birthday to each and every one of y'all.
Absolutely. Happy
today.
birthday.
Man.
All right, as we go to radar after checking that, we've had a minor change here as we check the wind speed and everything. Let's go back to radar and pull here. As we go down to take a look at Francine, she's coming along. She has upped her mileage to 90 miles an hour, gust of 115, 976 millibars moving northeast at 12. So it's 2 miles an hour faster than it was.
She's building her strength.
Yep.
Now, the path has not changed. It is the exact same path as we had just west of Macomb as it goes into Jackson, the same area there. Right there. As a matter of fact, could even put that maybe a quarter of a mile due west of where it was, where it goes into there. No change on the map of how it will be coming into Newton County. Right across Lawrence, northeasterly from there to Union, Mississippi, taking in the entire city of Philadelphia, going due north, just east of Noxapater, taking in the entire area there in Louisville. And this is going to be west, if I am not mistaken, right here of Crystal Ridge Road, just west there, all locations of Winston County, missing Mississippi State. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be rainy and windy there, but it's not in the path of the storm. Again, we had this thing shrink somewhat. Here's what we've got here, and let's look at this of the updated information as it goes through there. Still 35-mile-an-hour winds as it goes through Philadelphia. We'll have 46-mile-an-hour gust as we look at that. All of this area now is under heavy wind, heavy rain. Our timeline, and let me double check here. I want to make sure I get this right, Odie, in case they've made a change from the National Weather Service this morning. We're still looking at, from the latest from the National Weather Service, of our area, 10 p.m. tonight until 7 a.m. tomorrow being the worst of the weather, of the winds and the rain.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not going to rain after that, but that's your period of peak time to be concerned. 10 p.m. through there to 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll watch these storms very carefully throughout the night hours. We will go live when a threat makes its way to you. We'll cover that.
Make sure you have a weather radio. Make sure you've got something that's going to wake you up if something happens at 2 o'clock in the morning. Text your zip code to 888-777. Don't do anything else. Just text your zip code to 888-777, Lauderdale County residents only. And you will get those alerts to your phone. And then you can jump on Scotty Ray Report because you know he's going to be live from the start to the finish. But something to wake you up and get you awake to know that there's something in your area that you need to be concerned about.
I think we're all happy that we weren't on scene of this. Vicksburg, Mississippi. Now, you don't ever want anybody hurt, but boy, when you have an employee trapped, there can always be better places to be trapped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of inside the sewer plant where you fill in there. And
goodness.
He's okay. Just a little on the... Well, he needed some Polo cologne after.
He needed a lot more. Yeah, it's kind of like a skunk. You can't get that off.
not just some Polo cologne.
I remember the day showing up on I-20 and thinking, oh, boy, this is supposed to be a mess when that little pumper truck there that it just left there struck the bridge, and it ended up being empty.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So I was thinking, oof, y'all just wait for this. But we got off okay on that one there. In a recap last night, a quick summary as people watch the debate. No matter how you done this, of course, Donald Trump was in it. The first one, I'd say that he was a clear winner against Joe Biden. We can't say that about last night.
No.
There's several factors that went on. I think the moderators gave him a lot of time. And Kamala, however you want to say her name, was very crafty. She had studied and she knew how to get under his skin. And Donald is one of those. If you play him right,
he stayed on the defense more than he did the offense, and that hurt him.
And that's where it makes me say, even if you say, okay, well, they both done okay, it still makes her the winner because she got under his skin.
Right.
You have to be. You got to be honest.
She's out buying votes. He wants to give a tax break to everybody. Well, it's only to the rich. No, it's to everybody. But she's trying to give money away. $6,000 for additional money coming in every year. Unearned income. How does that work?
But, as you and I talked before the show began this morning, there's a lot of people that don't understand that. And if you're on this side of the fence going, well, I ain't got anything, you look at that of, wow, that's going to help me. And that does get people's attention that may not understand all of this, how it really works.
Well,
it is a way to get people to come to your party.
Yeah. Because we fail to teach our kids how government truly operates. Where does the government get its money from? The more you give away, the more you have to take from the American people.
It comes from him, me, Kirby, anybody that's watching now. If you have a job, you help pay for every bit of this. All this money that's given to these foreign countries, that's your dollars.
And it'll never come back.
It's never coming back.
They're never going to repay it, nor are they going to give us land or anything in lieu of what they owe us for.
Well,
there is not a country that has ever paid us back for what we've done to them.
That's right. Is it the right thing to do a lot of times? Sure it is. Sometimes
it's always the right thing to help people.
Yes,
people to people, regardless of where they are in the world.
Yeah, and the United States is known to help.
That's right, and we are the police department of the world.
Yeah, somehow we did get to be that.
We're not just police department; we're the Red Cross of the world.
Yes.
So
humanitarian efforts.
We're humanitarian efforts. Yes, we have been where we don't want to be, but the fact of the matter is, we're there because we have to be. And
somebody's got to be.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
And that's just we don't. I'm not sure if there's going to be a second debate. Maybe if there is, he learns from this and goes back. And you hope he has advisors that say, "Donald, watch this. Don't let this happen." Yeah, they won't last long. They get fired.
They get fired.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
He is not the man to correct.
No, Trump loves to be on the defense.
Yeah.
He loves to be on defense, and the reason why is because it makes the other person look like they're on the offense. And that's what he doesn't really want to be, even though he's being offensive with his defense. And so
it's complicated, isn't it?
It's complicated. But the fact is, you don't go into the hearts of the American people by being on the offense. You don't believe me? Look at Vietnam.
Right.
So that's my point, But being on the defense, that means we are defending, and that's what he wants to be seen as, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's where I want to be seen. Yeah. So the fact is, but is there sometimes going too far on the defense?
It's sometimes. Like Donald will be doing really good, and then he'll say something. You go,
he'll say
you do
something.
That?
That's right.
Why'd you have to?
You had it
tweet?
Going good,
And then all of a sudden, you opened it up and spewed.
Absolutely.
But that's passion.
Kirby, we can't thank you enough for coming in this morning.
Well, I appreciate y'all letting me come in and talk about little
When's
things.
karaoke again?
Karaoke's tonight. Karaoke is Friday night. This coming Friday night.
Right.
It starts at 6, goes to about 10. We're gonna have Rock and Roy as our DJ.
Any songs that you don't want to hear anybody do karaoke? Is there any song that comes to mind that you've heard too many times?
I don't think there is any. I love watching the people sing, and the older folks, they love to sing, but they bring out that older music, and so you're like, wait a minute, I got to go back in time to find the song that they're singing here.
Yeah.
But I really like it when they hit them old ones, the Merle Haggards, Johnny Paychecks, and when they go back in time and they start talking. I mean, I love Chris Ledoux and all, but he was before me, and so.
I'm worried.
He was way before me.
What about you're the reason our kids are ugly?
Well, yeah. I actually took that personal.
What a hit they had together there.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. That was back in the Louisiana Woman, Mississippi Man days.
Yeah. Johnny Cash, I loved him and his wife and them doing their song Getting Married in Jackson. I'm sorry.
I'm going to Jackson.
And the karaoke's going to be at the VFW.
At the VFW.
There on Highway 80.
On 80.
Right
about
the old store.
Yeah, about a football field northeast of the Rustler there.
Basically turn in front of Meridian Community College and it will lead you to the front door.
Right there.
That's right. Leads you right to the front doors. It's behind what used to be Jitney Jungle, I guess.
Yeah, old Jitney Jungle.
Yamaha was there one time.
Yeah, that's right. And so if you go on in there, you don't need a membership card. You don't need anything. No money to get in. Just come on in, have a good time. It starts at 6 o'clock. And of course, there are refreshments going to be there. Those that are alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
Gotcha.
And,
you can pick up your favorite Coca-Cola.
That's right.
From the VFW, if that's what you want, because there's nothing like a good Cola.
That's right.
Coca-Cola or some Desante water.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola during this bad weather.
So bring it on. We'd love to see you. Have a good time.
All right, Odie, we need to end the show with a good word.
We're going to go to Matthew 5, verse 4, where it just simply says a mouthful. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. No matter what we're going through, no matter what has happened in our life, we can always look up to the Lord Jesus Christ and ask Him to put His hands upon us and lead us through whatever situation we're in. It may not be easy and it may be tough, but He is always with us, and He will not put us in any situation that we cannot come out of. That is the love that our Jesus Christ has for each one of us. And all we've got to do is invite Him into our heart and give Him all the praise and all the glory that He desires. I hope you start your day with Him if He's not already part of your life. Ask Him to come into your life and ask Him to be with you on your walk every day. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Remember to stay weather-wise, stay up to date with Scotty Ray weather, and find out what's going on with this storm. We're going to be working throughout the day. We're going to stay on top of what we've got coming in. Just be safe, be prepared, and we'll see you in the morning. But always remember, we love you.
We're going to have to get us some solid gold dancers or singers in the background when we need a song sang.
And don't forget about today.
That's right, 9/11.
Yes, definitely.
Y'all remember that. Thank y'all so much for being a part of what we do every day.